All right, guys. So a little while ago, this story came up with some like girl from TikTok. She's looks like she's kind of a bodybuilder or something, but she did some sussy things, and I remember asking Muscle Pilled about it. And it actually all comes from this guy named Professor Pippi. I keep saying that he should create his own YouTube page, but he hasn't. He's kind of like what I used to do a little bit on TikTok, except not as handsome as me. Back in the day, he covers like drama stuff. He's probably better at it, but I still think YouTube would be good. And he wants to make the switch, so I don't know why he just doesn't. But anyway, that all this information comes from this guy, and I'll put his stuff in the description and stuff, so you can go check it out. But that's where this information is kind of collected from with this girl. Let's get this going. This is from a smaller person named Chaz Kirschman.
Today, we're going to be talking about a fitness influencer that was arrested for DV. She has an Instagram account here with 200,000.
Yeah, domestic violence, obviously.
Today, we're going to be talking about a fitness influencer that was arrested for DV.
What is she, a police officer? Sorry.
She has an Instagram account here with 200,000 followers. And the only way she was ever exposed is because her husband felt unsafe and had to record her during some of her outbursts.
I caught him liking a bunch of girls' fucking pictures, so he got fucking butthurt about it. No, right, shut up. Fuck your fucking pants. Fuck your fucking pants.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck this shit.
This is one of, like, this is obviously going to be an uncomfortable conversation to have. So, like, let's say that he was liking other girls' pictures. She has every right to get angry. This is the problem with people with anger problems, is that they will have a justifiable reason to be angry, but breaking shit and going crazy like this is obviously an unjustifiable response. It's a disproportionate response, and it clearly went even further if she got arrested for domestic violence.
Anything.
Keep videotaping it.
I am. This is for my own safety.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you want to fucking delete that shit? I will literally call the fucking cops on you right
Now, you could be asking
They call the cops then.
yourself, why is he recording this? Is this just some kind of setup? Like, is this for views or something like that? And I believe it's because this has happened so many times that he has had to record it in order for himself to feel safe.
Maybe. It's possible.
Because when it comes to DV, and especially with woman-on-man violence, it's harder for some people to believe. And even when it comes to
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's one of the problems, right? Is that when a man gets angry and, like, hits a woman, like, it's usually more destructive. And so when a woman does it, it's usually, you know, the damage isn't as severe, and that doesn't make it okay. So you'll have less evidence. People tend to be a little less sympathetic towards it. They say, well, why didn't you just stop it? And then if you fight back too hard and you hurt them, then all of a sudden it turns into like, oh, he hit me. It can be difficult to deal with, you know. So recording really is the smartest way to operate with that.
the man-on-woman violence, it's still important for you to have proof, video proof of these things, because sometimes a lot
Her
of
name
this
is
stuff
Jessica
can be mental,
Picoldi.
or it can be very light, you know, abuse, and it can be hard for someone to prove. The husband then went on to post this onto his story. And truly, I hate putting personal drama out there, but I'm tired of getting my name dragged through the dirt without my side being told. Female abusers are just as bad.
Oh, was she going on talking about how bad of a guy he was? Is that what was happening?
As males, just because you're social media famous doesn't give you the right to take advantage and abuse your significant other. And I agree, nobody should be abusing anybody ever for any reason.
Oh, I think she deleted her entire account. It looks like she just deleted. Wait, so is the story that she was going on complaining about her ex being a bad guy when it turned out she was actually the bad guy? Why do that? Why go on and talk about it? What the fuck? What a weirdo.
Never happened. And I think it's really sad when toxic relationships like this form. People feel like they get kind of stuck in it. They don't see what they're doing. They just kind of end up playing these roles, and it becomes habit that they treat the partner this way, or they have some trauma that they can't handle, and they take it out on their partner.
Just so you guys know, this is not lean beef patty. It's not that TikToker. I forgot. Some people say that the two look the same. And I just want you to know it's not. It is explicitly not this person. It is not lean beef patty. It's not this girl. Just letting you guys know, okay? I know people will be devastated if it was.
And that's not okay. That's when it takes you as a person to have some awareness within yourself to realize you're doing these things and take a step back and get out of a relationship that's not good for you and your partner. You know, you got to have that maturity. After Jessica was exposed, she went on a live video and decided to talk crap about her husband. I guess she felt some type of way for him exposing her for who she truly is, and she didn't like that.
I think he's just jealous because I get a lot of attention.
As far as I know, he's not the one slapping his significant other for liking another person's posts.
So you'll notice this pattern with her where she talked a lot about her attention, her followers, her views, things like that. She definitely has an ego, and it's definitely not helping her in this situation.
Here's my thing. If she had said, like, I was a real piece of shit, and I have no excuse, he would do things that made me angry, and then I would have a disproportionate response. I'd be like, okay, at least it's like honest, you know what I mean? And then you could decide whether you think she's good or a bad person. That's totally on you. But to be like, to dismiss it, you know what I mean? Especially if you get arrested for domestic violence, you might want to be a little more self-aware, you know? I'd like to be a little bit more self-aware. So it seems like the guy didn't get super, like, you know, if she put him in the hospital, then I mean, you can't be forgiven for something like that. That's horrible, you know, but I don't know.
At all. It's like, it's weird.
Have
like,
a little self-awareness
fall back
there.
on like, oh, I got more followers than you. I got more views. I got more watch time than you. Whenever they're backed into a corner. And,
I've never heard someone say I got more watch time than you, but that is a good one to go with.
And don't have anything else to fall back on.
Yeah, she Andrew Tated her boyfriend, sure.
Trying to save themselves, I guess. Making them feel a little bit better about all the bad things they've done. But it gets worse. She went on to a live video defending herself, of course, as people do whenever they feel like they're in the right. But she was saying she wasn't the bad person and bragging about how more people watch her videos than one of her viewers.
You don't even know both sides of the story, and I have more people watching my live than they'll watch yours.
Hey,
Weird. Okay.
I hit my husband over here, but I got more people watching my live stream than yours.
Yeah, there are two sides of the story. Maybe there is more, but constantly going on about how, like, you know, constantly going on about how more viewers you have is not the right side of the story.
Hey.
Besides, she destroyed her biggest fan. That's inappropriate. I'm sorry, guys. But you saw it in the beginning. She was breaking that fan.
Fuck your fucking fan.
Damn, she killed his biggest fan. Of course she doesn't have any viewership. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate.
You guys, please understand that there's
He's just like, man, I gotta do something. Like, he has plenty no sense. More people watching my live stream than yours. Hey. That makes no sense. I don't. Because you know for a fact that slap that was recorded, there was plenty of other things that probably happened that were not recorded. This guy just started recording because he felt like he had to. He had no option. It just kept happening and over and over and over. And then eventually he's just like, man, I got to do something to get myself out of this situation because no one's going to believe me. She then goes into a apology video, which she disabled the comments on for good reasons, I assume. And starts defending herself, saying
This
she's
is
not a
Gab.
bad person and blaming her victim.
You guys, please understand that there's always two sides to every story.
Okay.
And I have no excuse for how I acted. I'm so sorry and I'm so embarrassed and I can't believe that I let it get this bad. But I've been in a toxic relationship for 5 years and we get into terrible fights and they usually start because of shit he's done. And I'm not perfect. I've done things too. But he does it continuously, time and time again from the beginning and still does it. Like I catch him talking to his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriends. I just caught him talking to his ex-girlfriend like 2 weeks ago. Didn't say anything about it because I need to control myself. But that last video you saw where I hit him was the last time I've ever acted like that. And I don't want to act like that ever again. We were fighting because I catch him doing shady shit all the time. And when I come to him about it, he dismisses me, doesn't even apologize when I have proof and receipts, and basically gaslights me. I'm really not that type of girl that stands for that shit. So I get angry and I let my anger control myself and I get violent and I shouldn't fucking do that. I just
seems a little fake, the tears, but okay.
can't stand being mentally fucking abused by somebody that I truly love. So I get angry and I shouldn't do that. But I'm working on myself. I'm going to therapy and I plan on doing better. I'm so
Is that real, or are you just saying you're going to therapy?
sorry.
Fake tears.
I don't know. Listen, man. I've been in, like, I've never hit anybody. I don't know. I can understand if he's cheating on you, it would make you angry. There's never an excuse to, like, hit him or ever break things. But then the way that she expresses it doesn't even, to me, and maybe I'm just not nice enough, but it comes off as, like, kind of disingenuous. Like, maybe he is constantly cheating on her. Maybe he is kind of a manipulative dickhead. Maybe he is, and that's every right to get angry. But and I could be wrong. It comes off as a little fake. It comes off as a little bit fake. You know? A little sus. Let me see something. Let me watch this Pippi video. I think
This is Jessica. Jessica is a domestic abuser. Yesterday, Goob posted 2 videos showing her abusing her boyfriend. Now, Jessica wants us all to forget about it like it never happened. First, she disabled her TikTok comments. Then she went over to IG and posted an apology video where she victim blamed her ex, saying it's his fault she abused him because he kept doing things wrong, like talking to his ex-girlfriend. Jessica, I know you think because female on male domestic violence is treated differently that you're going to get a pass here, but you're not. We're not going to treat you like a woman here. We're not going to treat you like a man here. We're going to treat you like a domestic abuser because that's what you are.
That's what it seems like. Assault, domestic, with a weapon. No major injury. I guess there's your silver lining. No major. She's 6 foot tall. Jesus Christ. Only 135 pounds? That seems fake.
So, listen, you can do the right thing and actually accept responsibility and accountability.
I think she deleted
her
account. Yeah, she did.
I can make sure I post all the videos and all the receipts. And I can make sure everyone sees who you are. Or, like I said, you can spare us all that and just do the right thing. Your choice. This is...
Okay, yeah. I wonder what else happened. I mean, would you go... You wouldn't... I mean, I feel like you wouldn't get a domestic abuse charge for breaking a fan. Right? Did it say with a weapon, too? I mean, there has to be more to it. Right? Or am I wrong about that? Could you get it for breaking somebody's fan? That would be silly, right? Like, no way. Domestic weapon. I wonder what else there was.
So I get angry, and I shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Fake apology.
And I plan on doing better. I'm so sorry.
The thing is that you said you wouldn't hit him again, but
You got a domestic abuse.
I mean, that's
charge.
just words. Who's to say that you won't do it again? And then you go on to say he was the reason why you did it because he was liking girls' pictures, texting exes.
Yeah, cheating on her.
You can't just blame somebody for your actions. You controlled this.
Listen, what all I do know is that if I was cheating on my wife and she stabbed me to death, I would think it's my fault. She also might be just lying too. We have to remember that. It's possible that he was cheating, but like to hit, we get to a point where it's too much. And there's never okay to obviously do that. So obviously the real solution is to leave him if this behavior is happening.
You control
not
all
go
of
to
this.
jail for domestic violence. It's not okay.
It's you that did it. You can't be blaming other people for the things that you do. Now, the whole reason I even found out about this story is because an Instagram influencer named Goob to You Too exposed her. And he's been keeping up with all the drama, and it has not made Jessica happy at all. It's pissed her off. In fact, it's pissed her off so bad, he's become an official mascot for the fraud section on her Instagram. Remember that viewer I was talking about that she was bragging about having more viewers than?
I have more people watching my live than they're watching yours.
Yeah, it was Goob. And shortly after posting this apology video, she goes live with him on Instagram, I'm assuming, and acts like nothing ever happened.
Now, she was about 10 minutes later on an Instagram Live laughing with her fans about the fan saying, "It's not even broken, look." She even got on an Instagram Live with me and pretended like she didn't remember any of the instances that were on videotape. You're only sorry you got caught.
She is really just trying to save her Instagram career. She's doing anything she can, saying anything she can. If it's an apology she's got to do, she'll do that. If she's got to deny anything she said on camera and after deleting it, she'll do that. She's willing to do anything. In fact, she tried to pay somebody to take down Goob's Instagram account. Before she got exposed for trying to take down Goob's account, Goob posted this video of her.
Listen, guys, I'm so sorry. I get it. I was wrong. I'm owning what I did. Like, it's hard to do that.
Now is definitely...
Bro, she can't have like a single... it just feels like she can't have a single real moment. Guys, I get it. I was wrong. You know, it's not easy to admit it. You're wrong, by the way. Like, why you can't keep victimizing yourself. Listen, I was in a relationship before where the person I was with, we were not very compatible together, and life happened to both of us. Things got really rough. They got really hard. Both of us acted inappropriate in some ways, and there were things that she would do that would really make me upset. We were like thousands of dollars in debt. This was before I was a TikToker. And we had a lot of money problems, and sometimes she wouldn't be good with money. I'm not going to get to specifics because this is like my, this is, everybody. And I would get angry. And like angrier than I should have gotten. I never hit her or anything like that, But I remember breaking something, and I'm not proud of myself. And I hate myself every day for stuff like that because there's never an excuse to do stuff like that. And it is when you know, as you get older and you get a little more self-aware, you don't realize at the time that you scare people when you do stuff like that, and it's something that like sucks. You know, you never want to be a bad guy, and good people do bad things. Although I don't know if I'm a good person, and so like, you know, I've never gotten a domestic abuse charge because I've never done anything like that before, and even comparable. But I mean, sitting here saying like, oh, you know, this is hard. It just sounds like you're a victim. You know, there's a difference between saying like, hey, my partner would do stuff that would make me really angry and I would lose control and it was really wrong of me. It doesn't matter what they did. It wasn't appropriate. Versus kind of saying, oh, hey, you know, it's really hard to, you know, like, oh, well, he was cheating on me. That's like, yeah. Okay. But you have to, like, you have to be better, you know? Hopefully you take that DV charge and you just get your shit together. Because the next person you're with, you know, they may not be as lucky as the guy that you were just with. Maybe you lose your shit even further. Maybe nothing you said was real and you end up like hurting them, you know? So it just kind of sounds, honestly, when it comes, and listen, maybe I'm just being, maybe I need to give her more credit, but I don't think I do. It just seems like another pretty girl, that acts like a fucking piece of shit bitch. And she's a woman, so she doesn't feel like she has to monitor her aggression as much because the partner that she's with may not get hurt as badly. And she just acts inappropriately. And she doesn't care because she doesn't think that there's ever going to be a negative outcome. But, like, imagine you have a kid with somebody and you start breaking things in front of the kid because you're arguing. Is that good for your kid? Imagine you hurt your kid on accident. You know? Like, a little self-awareness is something that you really could benefit from. It's not a good thing. What happens when you become ugly and you're still a bitch? You know? Thank God nobody was actually hurt. But, you know, get your shit together.
Definitely time to pat yourself in the back, Jessica.
Please don't harass me, okay?
Nobody's harassing you, Jessica. They're just holding you accountable for the things that you did. In adult speak, this is called the consequences of your own actions.
Be able to get on there. Thank you for the follow.
You're just dripping with sincerity. You just got publicly exposed for abusing your spouse and you're worried about your followers?
You don't even know both sides of the story, and I have more people watching my live than they'll watch yours.
I'm glad you're
Well, yeah, that's why you have to explain both sides of the story well.
focusing on what's important. Also, Jessica,
Like, the problem is it sounds like she doesn't realize that she was wrong. Like, I think that's the biggest issue. You don't know, there's both sides. Like, you can't justify that action.
I can't help but notice the apology video that you posted. You've taken it down after you first disabled the comments.
Yeah, I know, Miss Lauren Hayden. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't do that shit. Without filter? Okay, guys.
Yeah, I know.
And, you know, I've had, like, when I was, like, with a person, because I've dated lots of people. I'm such a fucking player. No, but I've had a person where we've gotten, like, we yelled at each other, and then she's, like, hit me or pushed me. You know? And obviously she was a woman, and I'm a big guy, so it didn't hurt. But, it's upsetting. I don't even know how to explain it. You know? It's not good, you know? It can be a little scary. So.
Oh, Miss Lauren Hayden, I shouldn't beat my husband, but hey guys, look what I look like without a filter on. The more I see you in action, Jessica, the more this shit makes sense. This is you, this is the real you, and you're certainly not sorry.
And this made Jessica pretty
Was the bond $10? Is that what the bond 10 means? Well, it's cheap.
This is you, this is the real you, and you're certainly not sorry.
This happened in 221. Was it really just breaking the fan? I wonder.
And this made Jessica pretty upset because she was willing to pay somebody to take down Goob's account. Yes, that's right. Jessica got caught in the DMs trying to pay somebody to take down Goob's account. She says, me with no evidence, so Goob is telling me I'm a liar. I do not abuse people. This man is way worse. I'm just all over this shit like I hate some people. I'm gonna ask Blank if he can take it down, laughing my ass off. Goob messaged me saying something about some incident involving elderly and asked to unblock him. I have no clue what's going on, but this is wild. She says, nah, I don't like him. He's about to get banned. I'll use money. I don't care. And then she goes on to say, I went to jail and my husband sent it to that Mr. Goob guy. I want to ban his act so bad. I'm so mad. Losing followers and everything. I need help. He made a video about me and slandered my name. Tried reporting, but it didn't work. LOL. Can I call now? It's not looking good for her at all. I mean, it hasn't been since the whole exposure thing, but it's getting worse. And it's weird how someone can make it even worse.
I wonder what, though, I do truly wonder what the intentions of the husband releasing it was. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, because I can understand if like you felt like you were in danger or something and you wanted to expose something. And it's possible he did. Maybe that's what it was. But part of me feels like maybe that wasn't the intention. You know, maybe they had a bad relationship and they wanted to break up and he wanted to humble her in some capacity and he posted that. Because again, the breaking thing is getting a DV charges, whatever I don't know what she did, but if they were married and they had like marital problems, you know, I mean, there was a DV charge, so I guess, I mean, I don't know, you know. I guess that was something like I would try to take care of in-house if it was possible first, you know, try to get a divorce. Although maybe he was afraid she'd hit her. She'd attack him if he tried to get a divorce. I don't know. I guess that's what happens when we speculate a lot, huh? So.
Like, just accept what you've done and move on. Learn and grow and become a better person. Anyways, she calls this guy and this is what she says.
I was thinking like $500 or something. I don't know. Okay, because I can get money from my parents. Like, they'll give it to me. Like, if you can literally do it, like, they'll give it to me for you. Like,
Jessica is so sorry about being caught abusing her spouse that she was willing to pay $500 to have my account banned so nobody talks about it anymore.
Wow.
Disgusting trash.
And I agree. And it's sad that
she's... Doesn't even have $500? Jesus. Where did she spend that on steroids? What the fuck?
Going through these extents to try to cover it up. You know, just accept it. Accept what you've done and just move on. That's the way I look at it, and I wish she would grow from it, but it looks like she isn't, and that's very unfortunate. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope I informed you in some way, and thank you to my Patreons. I appreciate you. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon and helping us reach our goal of 20 Patreons, we're 7 out of 20 right now. I'll have the link down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Interesting. Okay.